Okay, hello. Now that I have destroyed your ears, this is my second time filming this because, as I do with every video, I forget to make it so that my mic actually, has an adequate volume. So this is my first video on all the Minecraft updates, all the all the additions that they've made. This is starting with pre-classic, so I'm making this series just because there's nothing, I haven't really seen anything else like it out there, and it's kind of interesting. I've actually searched for something like this myself, and I haven't found it. All I found on like patch history or things like that is like brief summaries of just kind of everything, like a 10-minute video going over everything, and this will be multiple 10-minute videos going over everything. Actually, probably like, I don't know, you could probably binge watch this if I ever finish it, which is unlikely. So this is pre-classic. It lasted May 10th to May 16th, 2009. So it was literally like 6-7 days of stuff. So the credits go to the Minecraft wiki, and yeah, I got all the information from there. And I think a lot of the later updates were taken directly from Mojang as well. Any third-party footage is taken from YouTube. If I can't find footage, or I can't get footage of a specific version or something like that, that is kind of important. Or I might just go into a later version and say it's the version. Okay, first one, early builds. This was so early on in the development of the game that there is no semblance of a naming structure at all, and there really wouldn't be a decent one until Classic. So all these early builds were released through May 10th to 12th, actually 10 or 11, 2009. I had a very simple lighting system with 2 different light types, and it was just lit and unlit, so yeah, kind of pooey. The chunk system did exist. Now the wiki does say in the listing for this version, it says that it was 16 by 16, like how it is now. But I think in a later version, it does say that it changed it from 8 by 8 to 16 by 16. So I'm not really sure which one to trust there, and I can't double check it because these versions are in the launcher. So what can you do? It had very simple cave generation. It didn't look very good. All the player could do was move. Cobblestone and grass are the only blocks in the game. This is cobblestone and the grass texture. The grass had no size. It was just the top texture all around. Also, take a good look at this cobblestone texture because it actually changes once in pre-classic and changes about 12 other times over the course of the game. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. And at the time, Minecraft was known as Cave Game, which is an abysmal name. I'm going to say abysmal a lot in this video because there's a lot of abysmal stuff. Okay, RD freaking 295.12, 130.1641, and 136.48. It was released May 12th and May 13th. And all these improved performance in some way. Really quite groundbreaking updates. RD 131.655, released on the 13th. Chunks now load based on proximity to the player. So supposedly, I guess they just loaded randomly before. Respawning was added. I know, quite a great thing. And this is when the earliest video of Minecraft was made. Cave Game Tech Test. It used this version, and it was made by Notch, but I guess the video is not accessible anymore or something. So you will probably see that video in this video, but it will be like a re-upload, and it'll be linked. Okay, RD 132 to 11, released on May 13th, 2009. So this has some groundbreaking features, like placing and destroying blocks. So it literally is groundbreaking. Because look, you could break the ground now. You weren't able to do that before. And falling through the world no longer results in death, so that's really great. Block type is based on height, so cobblestone is placed above or below grass level. Grass is at grass level / between the cobblestone. So yes, this was before you had any way to pick blocks. Pretty much just cobblestone. And this version is available in the launcher if you want to, I don't know, stay in there for 5 seconds or use it for a video like this one. I probably have more game time in that version from this video than I actually have from ever going in it before. Images, you could see, some really groundbreaking builds like a hole and the grass and the lighting system. It's really intricate. RD 132.328. It was released on May 13th, 2009. and they ran around randomly. They didn't have a decent AI. The first mob ever in the game, but they also didn't save with the world, so they were just loaded in, just the initial load up. It was not really an important mob whatsoever. RD freaking 29515. It was released May 14th, 2009. It added some groundbreaking. I've been saying groundbreaking a lot as well. Blocks like dirt, stone, and planks, which have this abysmal old texture. Again, abysmal. That's number 2, or probably 3, because I said abysmal twice in this section. Now thrice. Humans can now be spawned with the G key. I know you really wanted that. Blocks can now be picked with keys 1 through 4, so no longer have to, worry about what level you're on. Grass physics exists now, specifically to do with spreading. Grass becomes dirt if there is no light, which I don't think actually applies anymore. Grass becomes dirt when a block is on top of it, which is still pretty much the same. And grass has to be next to dirt for it to spread, so relatively similar to how it is now, but slightly different. Also, the grass block texture changed to be more familiar, so it wasn't just the top all around. It now had sides and bottom, that stuff. Already continued pretty much. Cobblestone texture changed first time. You could jump further. You could fall faster. So I know those are also really requested features. World generation is more advanced. So before it was flat, and then originally it had those weird caves. But now you have like hills and crap, which is kind of not really super great. It's just like, wow, hills. It's not very advanced still. There is a version of the launcher that says it's this version, but supposedly it downloads another version. So yeah, that's some pretty good quality assurance there mode. And at the time, the game was known as Minecraft Order of the Stone, which sounds like some crappy knockoff game. Yeah. RD 160 052, released May 15th, and they add some great features like block particle, and they work similar to how they do now, some minor changes, and this version is in the launcher. I don't know why that's under block particles. I probably should have realized that. It makes no sense for in the launcher to be under block particles. Block particles are not in the launcher specifically. Just wanted to clear that up. Notable bugs. Rendering glitches like this abysmal glitch here. Also, for bugs and stuff like that fixes, I will really only be talking about notable ones, or if there's just like a decent amount, like how many bugs are fixed or whatever, because some of the later versions just have tons of bugs. It's not good or healthy. I don't know how it's not healthy, but yeah. RD 161 348. This was released on May 16th, 2009. It added the sapling. The 6 key would select it. Could be placed on lit dirt or grass. And I'd be saying, wow, really good joke there. Just getting that crappy looking sapling that probably a 5-year-old made and thought it was really good for his texture pack. No. This was the actual texture, at least according to the Minecraft wiki, and it was abysmal. There's like the 5th abysmal. It was very poorly done. There's very little detail. There's literally 2 colors in it. I think Notch probably should be sued for making this texture. Also now, back to the actual being on track part of the video. Particles now follow the player's location. They don't like follow after you, but like turn with you. You see this in a lot of games with like 2D textures that are trying to make it look like they're 3D. Crosshair was made thicker. I know that was a really needed feature. It fixed the earlier mentioned rendering bug. And the launcher version of this, it is in the launcher. It does have textures from future versions, so it does not have this absolutely trash sapling texture. It has the later one that they used in alpha and beta, and maybe a little bit of the earlier official releases. I'm not 100% sure on that. That's why I'm making these videos, just so I'm now sure on what I'm talking about. But now I'm only sure on what I'm talking about with these versions, and that's not really useful whatsoever. RD was stood for one of Notch's other games, Ruby Dung, that he was making around the same time-ish. MC 161 607, so released on the 16th. It was now referred to as Minecraft Alpha, but that really wasn't the known Minecraft Alpha, and this was used for first private testing. Notable bugs, mouse movement issues. Probably going to patch those pretty quickly there. MC 16.16.16. Same day. Fixed mouse bugs. Notable bugs. There still were mouse bugs. There were also texture issues. And turning your camera caused FPS issues, which is still a problem on people who have terrible computers today. MC 16.16.25. Fixed the texture issues and the mouse issues. Notable bugs. Low mouse sensitivity. Low FPS. Still mouse issue. MC 16.16.48. Released on May 16, 2009, it fixed the mouse issues, and it was the last version with incredibly confusing and long names. Now, actually, I think it kind of is based off of what date it was, but not always. And it was also the last version of Pre-Classic, which also marks the end of this episode. So, this adds some groundbreaking features, like breaking and destroying blocks. That's the exact same thing